This evening we have the opportunity to turn our attention to one of the most profound and basic elements of all of our lives, food. The world produces enough food to feed everyone, yet globally there are almost 800 million people suffering from chronic undernourishment.
I think that the national vision that we need to have on food should take the right to food as its very basis. What we need is a food policy that strives to make healthy food and sustainable food the affordable food, that strives to make it the easy choice.
We've spent years as an organization advocating for change, challenging food banks, challenging ourselves to actually run a healthier organization, provide healthier food. It was delving into this work and really deciding that where we saw the greatest change and the greatest impact was when we used food as a tool for building community. There are about 70% of the people who actually volunteer at the stop, and there are hundreds and hundreds of them every year who are themselves service users. And that's pretty unusual in our context. So that means that one day you may be in to have a meal in the drop-in, and the next day you may be serving that meal in the drop-in to somebody else. It's not just about being caught in the net. You're not just being supported by the social safety net, you're actually making the net yourself.
Imagine that we have a national food policy that has as a key goal the elimination of hunger in Canada. Imagine a national food policy where a key goal is a healthy, universal school food program. Imagine that we begin to use food not as an instrument of colonization and deprivation, but as an instrument of reconciliation. Imagine we begin to steward our land properly over generations so that it will in fact support not only my children, but your children and your grandchildren.
When we gather together to join a meal, we are engaging in a tradition as old as humanity, one that transcends national boundaries and cultural divides. Can we purposefully consider these programs in communities and schools and think of them as collective programs to boost sustainable, healthy food solutions that are culturally appropriate, community-led, and educational? That's the challenge.